now when you hear the sound of the horn, flute, zither, lyre, harp, pipes, and all kinds of music, if you are ready to fall down and worship the image I made, very good. But if you do not worship it, you will be thrown immediately into a blazing furnace. Then what God will be able to rescue you from my hand? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego replied to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to defend ourselves before you in this matter. If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God we serve is able to save us from it, and he will rescue us from your hand, O king. But even if he does not, we want you to know, O king, that we will not serve your gods or worship the image of gold you have set up. Then Nebuchadnezzar was furious with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and his attitude toward them changed. He ordered the furnace heated 7 times hotter than usual, and commanded some of the strongest soldiers in his army to tie up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and throw them into the blazing furnace. So these men, wearing their robes, trousers, turbans, and other clothes, were bound and thrown into the blazing furnace. The king's command was so urgent and the furnace so hot that the flames of the fire killed the soldiers who took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and these 3 men, firmly tied, fell into the blazing furnace. Then King Nebuchadnezzar leaped to his feet in amazement and asked his advisers, Weren't there 3 men that we tied up and threw into the fire? And they replied, Certainly, O king. He said, Look, I see 4 men walking around in the fire, unbound and unharmed, and the 4th looks like a son of the gods. Nebuchadnezzar then approached the opening of the blazing furnace and shouted, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, servants of the Most High God, come out, come here. So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came out of the fire, and the satraps, prefects, governors, and royal advisers crowded around them. They saw that the fire had not harmed their bodies, nor was a hair of their heads singed. Their robes were not scorched, and there was no smell of fire on them. Then Nebuchadnezzar said, Praise be to the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel and rescued his servants. They trusted in him and defied the king's command and were willing to give up their lives rather than serve or worship any god except their own God. Therefore I decree that the people of any nation or language who say anything against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego be cut into pieces and their houses be turned into piles of rubble, for no other God can save in this way. Then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon. Daniel chapter 4. King Nebuchadnezzar, to the peoples, nations, and men of every language who live in all the world, may you prosper greatly. It is my pleasure to tell you about the miraculous signs and wonders that the Most High God has performed for me. How great are his signs! How mighty his wonders! His kingdom is an eternal kingdom. His dominion endures from generation to generation. I, Nebuchadnezzar, was at home in my palace, contented and prosperous. I had a dream that made me afraid. As I was lying in my bed, the images and visions that passed through my mind terrified me. So I commanded that all the wise men of Babylon be brought before me to interpret the dream for me. When the magicians, enchanters, astrologers, and diviners came, I told them the dream, but they could not interpret it for me. Finally Daniel came into my presence, and I told him the dream. He is called Belteshazzar, after the name of my God, and the spirit of the holy gods is in him. I said, Belteshazzar, chief of the magicians, I know that the spirit of the holy gods is in you, and no mystery is too difficult for you. Here is my dream. Interpret it for me. These are the visions I saw while lying in my bed. I looked, and there before me stood a tree in the middle of the land. Its height was enormous. The tree grew large and strong, and its top touched the sky. It was visible to the ends of the earth. Its leaves were beautiful, its fruit abundant, and on it was food for all. Under it the beasts of the field found shelter, and the birds of the air lived in its branches. From it every creature was fed. In the visions I saw while lying in my bed, I looked, and there before me was a messenger, a holy one coming down from heaven. He called in a loud voice, "Cut down the tree and trim off its branches. Strip off its leaves and scatter its fruit. Let the animals flee from under it and the birds from its branches. But let the stump and its roots, bound with iron and bronze, remain in the ground, in the grass of the field. Let him be drenched with the dew of heaven, and let him live with the animals among the plants of the earth. Let his mind be changed from that of a man, and let him be given the mind of an animal, till 7 times pass by for him." The decision is announced by messengers. The holy ones declare the verdict, so that the living may know that the Most High is sovereign over the kingdoms of men, and gives them to anyone he wishes, and sets over them the lowliest of men. This is the dream that I, King Nebuchadnezzar, had. Now, Belteshazzar, tell me what it means, for none of the wise men in my kingdom can interpret it for me. But you can, because the spirit of the holy gods is in you.
In the highest heavens above the 7 firmaments, please, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, surround me with peace. Surround me with blessing. Surround me with an abundance of good. Surround me with your everlasting love. And may your angels surround me and bless me with their protection and with their love. But only you hold the key to the mercy. If you want mercy from God, all you have to do is have mercy on his children. And that is a 1,000,000,000%. And that's the only way to get mercy. Only God holds the key to mercy. And you need mercy with judgment. See, that's the problem with us. We don't have mercy right away. We want to get revenge right away. We're ready to go nuts. That's not the way of the Torah. The way of the Torah is Darkei Noam, to be calm. To be calm in the storm. That's the toughest time to be calm. But if you could be calm in the storm, you're good to go forever. Ask Nachum ben Gamzu. He was in all types of storms, and he always came out with God stuck to him, yo. You understand? And if you want all the blessings that I said in the beginning of this video, just stick to God, bro. Just do everything you can in your power to emulate God. And if you ever do a sin, fix it. Fix it right away. Don't wait. Put your ego right to the side, bro. It's not a big deal, man. To say sorry, it looks real daunting. It's not. It's not, yo. You just come with love in your heart, and don't ever go with an apology expecting one in return. Don't do that. That's a fake apology. Just go and give it from your heart. If you can't, don't give it. Do not give it. It's just like we would tell somebody, I would tell somebody, if you're gonna pray to God, it's gonna be a burden, and you're gonna go to shul with a partzuf Tisha B'Av when it's Sukkot. It's not gonna work out for you, bro. Better off don't go to shul. I know it sounds crazy, but this is the absolute best advice, and I'm gonna give you some other good advice, which is scary, but so true. We have some Jews that are anti-God. We have some Jews that, God forbid, will bring a Holocaust on us. Because Kol Yisrael Alavim Zeh Lazeh. In situations like this, God forbid. You know what? I'm not even going to say it. I'm going to say it how Moshe Rabbeinu would have said it. Because Moshe Rabbeinu would have told you that when he has to kill, like with the time with the golden calf, 3,000 people died. And even if you maintain it was all from the era of Rav, it was none of the Israelites, fine. But 3,000 people died. You understand? Now you have to ask yourself, why did 3,000 people die? And why did he not? Here, Korach and Datan and Aviram is a better example. Why was it that they had to get rid of Datan, Aviram, and Korach? You know why? Because they would have corrupted the rest of the camp. You see, when it comes to that level, then you must cut them off. That's why Hashem has karet. It's scary, but I'm telling you what it is in the Torah from the mount of God, bro. The wicked, if they do not change, eventually they're gonna get cut off. We say it in Shabbat in the morning. He lets them grow like grass to cut them in half. Listen, it's like this because if you let them live and continue to do their sins, they're going to influence the people to go against God. And that goes against what the purpose of the world is, you understand? Hashem will do it himself. Ikdisha Teseyah, bro. He'll do whatever he has to do to maintain justice, and that's justice. It's not to let the extremely evil and wicked bring the rest of the nation down. He'll never let that happen because that's not justice. Even with Kol Yisrael Arevim Zeh Lezeh. Kol Yisrael Arevim Zeh Lezeh is within a framework of a law that it has to be a certain way, but if it goes so left that all you want to do is destroy the nation, we have to destroy you. That's the way it goes. And it's not we, it's he. It's Hashem. Hashem will destroy you. God forbid you'll be like the Meretz party in Israel. They're not even around anymore. But that was anti-God, anti-everything that's holy, bro. That's pro-transgender, pro-gay marriage. I'm Chopshi. We want a democracy. Don't put your Torah on us. Don't tell us what to do. It's my body. I dress the way I want to dress. How selfish and nasty could you be? How ungrateful to God could you be? He gave you a gorgeous body and told you don't show it off, bro. It's gonna only bring you bad things, yo. Like I told this one girl, you want a bad boy, right? She goes, oh yeah, coach, I like bad boys. I said, hey, it looks all good. Like the Satan, he makes it look like, you know, it's all beautiful, but it's not. That's why they're called bad boys, because bad things are attached to them, you understand? It's only gonna be, you're gonna get cheated on. He's gonna call you fat when you gain 2.5 pounds. You're not understanding, yo. Gotta be clever enough to know what to be next to and what to stay away from. And those people, stay far away from them, yo. Far away. Anybody that gives you speeches like, don't tell me what to do. No, I don't want to hear about Shabbat. Mind your business. My relationship with God is my relationship. You know, these kind of demonic statements. Stay away from these people, bro. Stay away from me. These are arrogant atheists. They don't want to hear it, bro. They don't want to hear it. You give them the best proof that God lives. Like I always tell people, yo, we're in a ball rotating around the sun in the only place in space where you could have a human race. If that's not enough to convince you that there's a God running the show, I don't know. I don't know. So in that instance, I got to put my ego low, let it go, and know that God is running the show, even with all your garbage, nonsense rebuttals, that I could smash each one with a hammer, easy, like a hammer to a light bulb, like that. You understand? And even after I disprove all your allegations, you're still not going to admit it, so why waste my time? You understand? I'd rather waste my time getting closer to God. When I get closer to you, I get further away from God, because all you do is try to suck me in to evil comments. Like this one guy I know, bro, every time I used to speak to this guy, I tried to help him, but I used to get frustrated because he used to disrespect God. It came from such a dirty place, so I felt like such an obligation to give it to him good, but then I realized it was just counterproductive, yo. He gets mad, I get mad. It's not even worth it. So I just separated. Like God said, whoever's on the side of the Lord, come to me. Moshe Rabbeinu said it. Whoever's on the side of the Lord, come to me. So I went to God and got away from him. You understand? That's how it has to be, yo. Even if it's your family. And God knows I tried, and I'll get credit as if I saved him because I tried. That's what I love about God. He gives you credit for trying. Tell me where else you're going to get credit for trying. Not even your girlfriend will give you credit for trying. Your wife will try to fix the fridge. You can't fix it. She's not going to say thanks, bro. I tried. Nobody cares. You didn't fix it. Hashem is not like this, bro. Hashem is... May my wife be... I can't say like God, but as close to God as you can get as a human being. May she fear sin. God would never fear sin, because God would never sin. See, that's what makes God a God. We sin. He doesn't sin, bro. That's what makes him a God. Really, Bemet, that's really, you could tell me, you know, he did this and I agree. Nobody else could do that, but the fact that he would never sin, he wouldn't even think about it, bro. He's so pure and so holy. That's why you cannot see him and live. You understand? Only when you die you see him, bro. Because then all the dirt is removed, just like they did to Joshua the priest. How Hashem told him, yo, told the Satan, I rebuke you, Satan, back up. change his garments and show the world that he's free of his sin, that he was cleansed from his sin. Yo, you don't understand, yo. Go read the Book of Kings, man. You're gonna see some of the stories over there are so not normal. Like with Jezebel, how she got eaten by dogs, and was eating dinner while she was getting eaten by dogs. Where? In the field of Jezreel, where she stole from, who was it? Not Yerovam ben Navat, something ben Navat. I can't remember it, yo. I'm thinking about Yerovam ben Navat with Beth El and Dan, with the golden calves that he made. And he made the people stop going to Shalayim. Yo, that is vicious. And then who was it that added another day, a month to Sukkot? I think it was Yehoiakim. Then there's Achaz, that he crashed the doors of the yeshivot so the kids couldn't learn. Yo, Achav. Then Astropoulos, who burned the Torah, God forbid. Titus, who God forbid, that made a sin on the Torah. Yo, these dudes are bugging, bro. Look at Nebuchadnezzar, how he praised Hashem in the beginning of this video, bro. Then you're gonna know what time it really is, yo. These people went against God. They went to war with God. They're waging war with God. Today, the people wage war against God. I don't remember a time in my lifetime that people did that. People will be too afraid to talk like this. Today, yo, it gets higher and higher, the disrespect. And then you wonder, why doesn't Hashem destroy these people? Because he wants to give them another chance and another chance. You know how he does it? He gives you so many chances, but by the time he kills you and punishes you, you're going to say it should have been worse. That's how he does it, yo. Let me say that again, bro. He's going to let you get away with it so many times that when you finally get caught and punished, you're not only are you going to say you deserve it, you're going to say you deserve worse. And that's God. That's God. You think he's looking to destroy? How? All he did is give life. Why would he be looking to destroy, yo? He only looks to destroy when you try to destroy his world, when you try to destroy his children, when you try to destroy his nation. And just for your own sake, a news flash to let you know that when you're a lefty Democrat in Israel fighting against the Torah, you're destroying Israel. Because all of our blessings come from the Torah. Now you want to take it and burn it? You want to take it and exit out? You want to take it and... Yo, there was this one guy in Tel Aviv. I got to give him so much props, yo, because this takes a lot to do this, especially when you get hate from the left. I think he was some lefty chef in Tel Aviv, but somebody maybe famous on social media. I don't really know his whole story, yo. But I will say this, that on Tisha B'Av, he was like, I'm opening, I'm here to serve the protesters because, they went and marched for us, so I want to be here to feed them. How the Satan, yo. The Satan will come like he's doing a mitzvah, but it's a sin, yo. It's crazy how he does it, yo. Crazy. Just like how he blinds you, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. Protect me from the Satan always, yo. I told you, a circle of fire. And even that would be tough to stop the Satan, because he can make himself into fire and blend with the fire. But there's 7 types of fire. And there's one fire that eats other fire. And then there's a fire of Hashem that he shot down in Har Carmel. It's different fires, yo. Bottom line is, protect me, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, from sin. Protect me from malicious speech. Protect me from evil speech, yo. Even Lashon Hara, the truth. Somebody drove you crazy. Quote somebody to just get it off your chest. Sin. Don't do it. No need to get it off your chest. Go to Hashem. It's his child. You're allowed to talk to a parent about a child. It's not Lashon Hara. That's his father. You could talk to him and tell him what he did wrong. And that's it. That's how I do it with Hashem. But even that, I don't want to do, because I don't want to complain. You know what I mean? Just keep it 100 with Hashem. Trust him fully. Know that he'll always make justice. You see a kid getting bullied and you think it's not justice. How do you know that kid didn't bully somebody in his last life? How do you know this kid's not bullying somebody now and you don't even could be bullying his sister? And Hashem, this guy, nobody sees the connection. It's interesting, yo. But then sometimes people get bullied and they're actually innocent when they're really not. Maybe it's a test. I don't know. God only makes these calculations. It could be somebody from their last life was a bully. They worked on it a lot, but they still had a little to go through. So Hashem will put them in a situation where they get bullied and clean whatever bullying is left. That's why it's so important to clean the sin right away, yo. Just say, dear God, I'm so sorry for going against you, yo. The Satan blinded me. He got into my heart, yo. There was a little crease and he just wiggled his way in. Please forgive me, yo. I denounce the sin. I love you, and I'm always gonna be here for you. Like that. That's it, yo. And Hashem right away, yo, you don't understand, bro. He'll like snap his finger and the sin will erase, yo. I told you, just like he made the world from nothing into something, he can take something and make it into nothing. Let me say that again, because it's deep. Hashem made the world from nothing into something. So he could take a sin that's something and make it into exactly. That's the point, you understand? Get stuck to God and your wisdom will increase, yo. I'm telling you right now. You could know about cars and tell me about Ferraris and the McLaren and the Bugatti and God knows the name of these silly cars, bro. Like, what these cars, what? They bring you fame in this world, they bring you shame in the next, yo. Think about that. You ready to make that deal? You ready to make that deal, bro? You really want to make that deal? You want to get all the pleasure in this world and lose out on the pleasure in the next? I don't think so, homie. Because just like you can't go to sleep in heaven, the blessings come one after the other, bro. You think in this world you're going to smoke, get high, you're going to take drugs and feel great? Go to heaven, bro. They'll blast you. Yo. You'll feel better than you ever felt, yo. Times infinity, bro. You wouldn't even be able to describe how good you feel. You understand? It will be something that the human mind cannot comprehend until the body is separated from the soul. And then the beauty is the soul returns to the body, bro. So take care of your body, bro. Just, don't get all tattoos. You a Jew, we don't get tattoos. You know why? Just for the record, so we all know. You're not allowed to get tattoos. You know why? Because the idol worshippers used to tattoo their idols on their bodies. So for that, not to emulate what they did, we don't do it. Get it? Good. And remember it, yo. You have a tattoo, erase it. You can't erase it, leave it. What do you want me to tell you? From one rabbi I learned, I don't know what the halacha is, but I'll quote it in the name of this rabbi because he's pretty reliable from what I know. And he said that get the tattoo, as long as it's not something like desecrating Hashem's name, maybe you could leave it, but you're only going to one-time sin for it. But no, when you die, they're going to remove it anyway for them to bury you, so you might as well remove it now. Like this one guy I know, bro, he has a tattoo, he's removing it, so I see it's obviously can be done. Very scary, it goes deep into the skin, it's not so easy. They got to do it with lasers, it hurts, it's expensive. You know, the routine sins are very expensive, bro. They're for free. Up front, it's for free. And so it's like, God forbid, somebody gives you a bag of like, I don't know, man, some drug. You think it's like, God forbid, like an ecstasy, bro. You take the pill, you're almost in the hospital, God forbid, bro. You know what I'm saying? For free. If you only knew the deal that you were getting, you'd never make that deal, bro. How are you going to make deals knowing that you're going to stab yourself in the face, yo? Get out of here with this, yo. You got to understand, man. You got to put it on a scale. You got to prevent the sin. You got to do a preemptive strike. You got to always say an aleinu to remind me, to put these words in my heart, to know that God is running the show, bro. And they don't say it like that over there, but you get the point. Know who he is. Da lifnei mi ata omed. I love when I see that on the Aron Kodesh show. That always makes me smile. Know before who you are standing. Watch, you'll see in my next video, God willing, I'll play how God answered Eob when he was complaining, it's not fair, I'm righteous, do the wicked and righteous get the same judgment? This is this. I would love to make my arguments against God. I'll have tons of arguments, but he won't let me. Only if there was somebody to judge me and God. Oh, God forbid. God forbid Eob spoke like that because he was super righteous, yo. But you know what? Hashem came to him and answered him. Yo, what an answer, yo. Like basically shut him up for eternity to the point where Job had to like say, yo, I apologize for being ungrateful and not even understanding. What can I say, bro? I'm so ashamed. Well, I don't know if he said this, but basically he was saying like if he could dig a hole and hide in it, he would do it for how he spoke about Hashem. And then Hashem came to him and told him, who is this man that questions me? You know, he starts, I don't even want to say it. I want to play it and you can hear it for yourself. But just know Hashem gave him a good Musar talk, yo. Let's put it like that. And then after he told him that your friend sinned. So how did they sin? They were talking things that were, they was disrespecting HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So you know why? Because he was in anguish, he was in pain, and they were his friends. They should have gave him mercy. Why with mercy? Because it's Eob. He was a righteous man. He wasn't some wicked, evil bum that needed to get, you know, such a speech to let him know. Nah, bro. So they went too far. That's why Hashem got upset with them, yo. What a great lesson for us. It's hard sometimes. Somebody hurts you and does something that's like really like rude and obnoxious. And just like, yo, how could you, like here, like at the dog park by my mom's crib. Yo, you tell these people, yo, your dog is 11 o'clock at night, bro. Your dog is barking. Please, bro, show respect. You don't like it, huh? You don't like when my dog barks. I said, no, I don't. She goes, good, then move. And I remember she was so fat and I wanted to tell her, move. Take your own advice. Why don't you go move and go do some exercise to lose some weight? God forbid I talk to a woman like that, bro. I didn't. Thank God. I just kept my mouth shut. And I remember when she told me move, I was thinking to myself, man, I've been here probably 20 years, bro. And you probably just moved. I don't ever remember seeing you in this neighborhood, yo. You probably don't even live here. These people come from 8 blocks away to come let their, yo, in this little dog park, yo, man, yo. When I tell you, and Hashem gave them a few warnings over there, yo, a huge branch fell. And they still don't get the message, bro. They actually had it cordoned off with yellow tape. They walked right through the tape. They don't care, yo. They got so comfortable, yo. And then you come to them, please calm your dog. It's a dog. I said, I know it's a dog, and you're the owner. That's a human. So use your head, yo. You know how many people are getting affected by your dog barking? Like, you don't even care, yo. They don't care. That's why I don't even talk to them. If I tell you what I do, it's scary, but I tell you. Even though I hate telling my business, bro. But the room that I stay in, I just put the AC or the fan loud, bro. This way it drowns out the barking. How sad is that I would have to do that? And then I obviously can't make videos when I'm, you know, sometimes I'll do it in the afternoon. It's not all day, obviously. I learned there's patterns, you know, between 5 and 7 they come. Sometimes 10 in the morning. They used to do it 6 in the morning, you know. I think too many people complained and they stopped. At night they got a little bit better. But just the fact that they've been doing it for a couple of years and it looks like they get away with it. And God forbid you say something that make you look like you're a dog hater, like you hate animals. Yo, what could be farther from the truth? I love animals. Anything that's a creation of God, I love. Let me show you how much I love animals, yo, just so you know. Sometimes, if I'm in the ocean, right, now I go with my shirt on, thank God, because I'm modest, thank God, because I fear God, and I know it's respectful to be like that. And I go to a place where there's not that many people, thank God, even though I shouldn't even be anywhere near a beach unless it's a religious beach. And I say that because if you're real, you're real, you know what I mean? So anyway, I go to the beach sometimes and I go in the water and sometimes I see these bumblebees that are dying. So what I do is I kind of let them stick to my shirt and then I pull my shirt out and they just stay there because they're like all discombobulated, bro. They just almost drown to death. So I walk with them until I get to the sand. Then I take something from the sand, like a stick or something. I put it down, kind of stick it up, and then I put the bumblebee on top so it doesn't get all sandy. It could, like, you know, flap its wings, get the water off, regain its conscience, and then fly away. So when you love Hashem, you'll do something like that, bro. And that's not even a big deal. That takes seconds to do that, you understand? But it just shows a love for God and His creation. It's important that you have that. You see, once you fall in love with God, the modesty's gonna come. You're not gonna curse, man. So many things are gonna change. I'm telling you, I'm living proof, yo. Twice I let you know because it's important, bro. I used to curse. I was a good kid, but you know, big ego, like a typical kid, bro. Player. Why is it called a player? You know why? Because eventually you're gonna get played for playing with people. Word it up. And I did because I met a girl that, you know, played with me. Word up. And how she did it, only God could tell you, bro. So gangster how God does it, yo. So deep, yo. But I don't like telling my business to nobody. You know why? Because when you tell your business, you're not going to have peace, yo. So hold your tongue with the business. I just let a little, you know what I mean? Little info out just to let you know that I got paid back for being a player. Word up. And I put my stamp on that. Yo, heavy. Oh, man, and I deserved it. Every second I was upset, I deserved. Word up. That's real, man. Man, how God does it is crazy. And He does it when you least expect it. And He punishes you for something that originally looks amazing. And then it can just all go left, yo. Kadosh Baruch Hu, thank you for cleaning me of that sin, yo, because that could have been a big sin with a lot of girls I played with when I was young. You know how you're a kid, even when I was in 8th grade, bro, make out with this girl and then hang out with this girl. Come on, man. That's not how you're supposed to do it, bro. Where were my teachers? Where were my parents, yo? Everybody just kind of had this attitude, like, just let them grow up. It's nature. But that's when you're secular, that's how you do it. If I was religious, I would have never been around girls to even kiss them like that. You understand? And you think that's whack. It's not. Because on one side you have heaven, on the other side you have all the pleasure in this world and hell. So you tell me what you want. I know what I want, yo. So I try to stay on that side. And once I jumped over the fence to the other side, yo, I can't even tell you. Yeah, it might be a little bit harder. Sometimes it's, it's not so easy all the time to be religious. Sometimes it's hard, But you just know that it's the right thing to do. First of all, keeping Shabbat, eating kosher, the basics like that, man, that's the least you can do for God, yo. Just for keeping you alive. Just for saving your ancestors, just for blessing Jacob, just for blessing Abraham, just for letting us know not to attack Moab, to let us know to be grateful to our brother, yo. But then eventually we attacked them. You know why? Because they started getting real nasty and rude. So Hashem said, don't strike. But you know when he told them to strike? After Ruth converted. Then he told them you could strike. And then they struck, and they struck hard. And Midian, let me go find one of the prophets and show you how Midian got destroyed. The Moabites, they went for the lowly element of Israel, but the Midianites, in the sin of Zimri ben Salu, they went for the highest of the high. Moshe Rabbeinu, they wanted to suck into his sin. So for that, Hashem destroyed Midian. Yo, put a curse on Midian. He's not playing with the immorality, bro. You fall to a sin like that, get up, you cry, you say you're sorry, he'll forgive you. But if you get entrenched in it where you feel comfortable, arrogant, and do it with no care, forget about it, bro. You don't want to know what the end of that is. And it shows you the STDs, bro. Think about that. Yo. Nobody even thinks about that, right? You just think about the sin, how it feels good. Sometimes the sin looks real sweet, bro. But inside that sweetness is a ton of poison, bro. That's the way Hashem does it, yo. Be aware, be alert. And be on guard, because like he said to Cain, the sin is lurking right by the door, right around the corner, looking to see you stumble, to see you get angry. Right away he's gonna come. Oh, you're gonna let her talk to you like that? Disrespect her immediately. Let her know who she's talking to. Right away the ego's gonna jump out of your body, yo, and give you a speech, bro. Gotta put your ego low, gotta let it go, gotta know that God is running the show. That'll kill the ego real good, bro. Always snap back to reality, yo. I gotta get ready for Shabbat. Always do it early. See, I used to do it like, cook like, an hour before 9. Then you do it 2 hours before. Give yourself extra time, always. So with that being said, I just want to say I love you, Hashem. I appreciate you allow me to do 2 videos in one day. I love when I do 2 a day. And I did these 2 pretty back to back, which is even better, which I really like. Bless me, protect me, adore me, love me, and cherish me forever, Hashem. Because I cherish you.